So I applied for a gospel contest online. I won the contest, but I lost the award. So I saw this flyer online about a gospel music organization. They were having a contest for gospel music ministers, nationwide, and people were enrolling. And when I saw it, I was like, these are all scams. Let me just pass by. And the Holy Spirit said, apply for it. And I was like, apply. He said, yes, apply. But it's a distraction, but apply. And I was like, how is it a distraction now you're asking me to apply? He said, go ahead and apply. And I applied. Before you know it, I passed the first stage, second stage, third stage, and now we're in the finals. When we got to the finals, it was tussle, because the votes are counted by the number of people who casted votes for you on Facebook and not on TikTok. The number of people who casted votes for you on Facebook. So I had to now work hard to be able to get people who were going to cast votes for me on Facebook. And it got to a point that the number of people since I haven't met were like, I don't have a Facebook account, what I have is TikTok. And I was okay, just cast the votes on TikTok. Okay. I went extra mile to get people to cast votes. So all my efforts were actually not in vain. It came out rewarding, came out promising. I won the contest. And then the reward for the contest was, you're going to be having a cash prize of 50,000 naira for the first position. And you're going to be having a 3 years managerial contract with this music organization. And I was like, wow, this is a big one. Wow, the hard work has finally paid off. Now, Amaka, you're going to smile. But something happened. The director of this organization started reaching out to me and was like, how are you doing? What do you do? How old are you? Would you like to relocate to Lagos? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow, this actually a prayer answered because I'm a gospel music minister and I'm just an upcoming and I've been praying and believing God for something like this. And in fact, this is a prayer answered. And I told him, I said, even though God said it's a distraction, but I don't know where the distraction part is coming in now, but I'm still just trusting God. And he said, okay. One day later on, he just kept calling me before the award was supposed to be after a week or 2 weeks time. So he started calling me consistently and we started getting to know each other. And then before you know it, he was like, he's going to rent a hotel for me so that I can come 3 days earlier so that we can stay in the hotel and get to know ourselves. And I was like, get to know ourselves, like how? He was like, I'm not a girl that should understand. These things happen. And I was like, in the house of God. And this person said he's a man of God. So that's what is shocking me. Like, you're a man of God, so how could you be saying something like this? You get? So, and then he was like, it's normal. It's normal that artists and producers do it, artists and directors do it. That is a normal thing. That is not a big thing. After all, he wants to make me a star, So, I just believe that he was seeing me to be desperate. In his own angle, he was seeing me to be desperate and I want to be a star. I am ready to do anything or compromise. But the reverse was actually the case. All right. So I told him, I said, I'm sorry, I can't do this that you're asking me to. I can't. I know my faith and I know the consecration I've made, I've made some consecrations which I am not willing to break. He said, come on, I should come off it. That big stars are doing this thing. Who am I to start saying compromise, talking about consecration? Please. That's this word goes round. And then any little hard work you put in, you should also know how to make it worthwhile, blah, blah, blah. I told myself, I said, if this is going to be the last deal for me to compromise just because I want to be a star according to him, or a renowned gospel artist, I better remain the local gospel artist. In fact, if my ministry is going to just remain there, let it remain there. I'm willing to let it remain there. Rather for me to compromise. Do you know what it means? I just started talking to myself. Do you know what it means to compromise? Just because this guy wants to make me, okay, help me out and call himself a producer or a director or whatever, do you know, then you want me to come and then not go and then start messing around and they will not produce songs and they will not bring it out. Who is the song glorifying? Is it glorifying God or is it glorifying the devil? And then he was talking about putting up shoes for me, blah, blah, blah. I was like, as far as I'm concerned, I can't be there and say that I'm representing God. It's not just me. I don't know how people think, maybe I'm a cake in my thinking. But I told myself, it cannot just work. If there's one thing God has helped me in this walk of life and in following him, it's compromise should be the last thing in my mind. No matter how difficult it is. I know God is God and he will always come true. And these things are all tests from the pit of hell to see if you are willing to compromise, to see if you are willing to let go of God and then to divert just because you are in a hurry, just because you are desperate. And then I told myself, if this man is going to be the last help I will get on earth and concerning my ministry, then let it be. Let me remain in my locality. Let my voice not be amplified. Let my song not be heard. Okay? And then, guess what happened? Somehow, I missed the day of the award giving. So one thing led to the other. It was not an intentional thing. I missed the, and I just, because of the plenty things that happened that day, I just felt God doesn't want me to be there on this award. Now you can see where the distraction that the Holy Spirit warned me ahead of time. You can see where it is coming in now. And so the next day, I spoke to the director. I was like, I'm sorry, a lot of things happened, and I've been carrying you along the whole matter. And this guy said, no, but since I've missed the day of the award giving, that I should forget about the cash prize, I should forget about the contract, that this is no longer valid. I laughed. I was like, no, he was trying to, devil is mad too. He's trying to put me in the position where I will not come to beg. Do you get? So when I now come to beg, he will now bring the offer back. I say, hey, so you see, you have to do this. Do you get? God helping me when he said that. Hey, God bear me witness. I just said, it's fine by me. And I faced my God. Now, I began to ask the Holy Spirit, what is happening here? He said, did you forget that I told you that this is a distraction? My dear, it was not just only a distraction, but it was a test. God offered it to me as a platter of gold. Amaka, choose. Do you really want to work with me through thick and thin? Or do you want to compromise and divert? Because there's a place where God will bring you to. And then you must choose. The test must surely come. You must choose who you will follow. Are you going to follow God? Or are you going to follow the devil? Or are you going to help yourself? Are you going to choose God? Or are you going to compromise? Are you going to follow God? You must pass through test. You must be tried. The two cards will be laid on the table. And you will decide who you are going to choose. Joshua said, me and my family has chosen. You decide who you will follow. Me and my family has decided to follow God. So that test must come. Brothers, sisters, I understood what the Holy Spirit was saying. And I was like, oh, please help me. The temptations are out there, the trials are out there, but please, I'm relying on you for help. Then I watched this movie called Fashion. Somehow, I don't know how I stumbled on that movie called Fashion. And then when I watched that movie, I understood what would have happened to me. This girl was also, she was a model, and she was desperate. She was highly desperate. She wants to make it by all means. And these directors promised her, after the promises, they started using her. Oh my God, they molested her, they dumped her. She now gave herself, because of the trauma and the torment and the heartbreak, she now gave herself into drugs and into partying and into drinking. See, hey, devil just waiting for you. Just make that one mistake. Just make that one mistake. And your destiny will come down the drain. And your ministry will just close. That's it. He will wreck it. He will wreck it. It's not that the devil is smart. But with the Holy Spirit, we are always one step ahead. Except when we cease to listen. We're always one step ahead. And for every test that God brings your way and you pass it, you go one step closer to your destiny. And I tell you, I have seen a lot of compromises that were laid at my table, but I refuse to take them. And I know that I'm one step, two steps closer to my path, closer to my destiny. So hold on to it. Please don't compromise. Please, I beg us, don't compromise. Because at the end, you will be the one that will regret it. Brethren, be smart. Work with the Holy Spirit. Don't be in a hurry to blow. We want to blow. Once we hear that word blow, all our ears, every hour, antenna is standing. Somebody is promising you heaven and earth. Do you know how many promises I've gotten concerning this my ministry? Do you know how many people have promised you? But after all the whole promises, one thing is needed. You must compromise. Please, I beg us, let's stand firm. Because for everything, there's a time and there's a season. My dear, your time is here. It is here. It is now. Just hold on. And I'm pretty sure that you will testify. Thank you, and God bless.